too cold on that side, eh? It's okay. It's not too cold, is it? Okay. No, I'm just seeing there's only 4 on this side. There's about 40 on this side. I can turn it off, inshallah. I'll turn the AC off. Some of you come on this side. Jazakallah. I'll put this one on. Take it. If you can come forward, inshallah, and be ready, inshallah, for the next session. Inshallah, Honorable Ustad Majid Saab, inshallah, they'll give us a quick recap of the methodology of the Lataifs, inshallah. So, inshallah, without further ado, inshallah, I'd like to introduce them. So, if you can come forward in your position, Jazakallah. Those brothers who are upstairs, inshallah, if they can make their way down quickly as well. Jazakallah.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ayyuhan nabi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We send all praises to Allah and we send salams and salutations upon the noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. How is everyone? Good, inshallah. Okay, so you have me now for the next 25 minutes or so, inshallah, and this session is going to be relatively straightforward because it's something everyone's done before, and it's going to be a recap on the methodology of the Lataif. Now, before I launch into the slides or go through the whole process, I'm going to make this a bit interactive, so I need some participation from your good selves. And so what I'm going to ask, and it's only going to be a 5-minute task, so listen to what I'm going to say first, and then I'll tell you to start. So what I'm going to ask is that everyone here get into pairs, but you have to pick someone that you don't know. Okay, so I don't want brothers from the south pairing with brothers from the south, brothers from Woking pairing from Woking, Bolton pairing with Bolton. Not yet. I said, let me finish, and then you can start. So that's point 1. You're going to find some brother that you maybe have not spoken to before or don't know very well. So we should be getting to know each other. So that's the first thing. When you found your partner, then you're going to ask each other 3 questions. The first question is going to be that when you travel spiritually, you can travel on there's 3 different ways to travel. What are those 3 different ways? That's question 1. Siobhan, you with me? Good. Question 2 is going to be to ask your partner where the Lataifs are located, i.e. on the body. Question 2. And the third question is, how should you be breathing? How should you be breathing? Yeah? Simple? Very simple. Okay, so the time is 4:22. So get into your pairs. So the easiest way to find your partner is someone that you just haven't spoken to. So the person you don't want to pair with is the person you should be pairing with. And once you found your partner, then inshallah, just ask those questions to each other. So inshallah, if you can do that now, and we'll do that for 5 minutes. Brother Qamar, just go with this brother here.
Yeah.
One minute remaining. Brother Umayy.
He just asked whether she has to switch the slides to say to him.
No, that's fine, there's no problem.
That's all right.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inshallah, if I can just ask everyone to come back to their spaces. Inshallah. So just for a moment, just rectify your intentions again. So I'm hoping amongst those discussions you also found out each other's names as well. That was the question I didn't ask, but I'm hoping it was implied. So so starting with the first question, how many or what 3 ways can you travel? So just inshallah, if someone just raises their hand, or I will pick you. Inshallah. No, you both were at the Birmingham retreat. It's fresh for you. Brother Shaban. Are you volunteering someone else?
Yeah.
No. What are the 3 states?
So it's imagination.
Yeah.
And then seeing, and then actually being.
Okay, inshallah. Does anyone else want to elaborate on that? G.
The thought level.
Yes.
The imagination.
Yes. So do you want to say that again?
So me.
G.
Yeah. The thought level is where you travel.
Yeah.
Just a thought. So think of
Inshallah, I'll help you. So there's the 3 levels are thought level, imagination level, and then the spiritual level. Yes? Now the first 2 are the thought and imagination level, they're in your control, and the spiritual level is not. And also not to get confused that your thoughts can also act as almost like a direction for your spirit. What do I mean by that? I mean that if you wish your spirits to go to a certain mashayikh, for example, when you're traveling, or to go to a particular period in time or period or a realm, you bring that thought to your mind and it's like a laser beam. Then you direct your spirit to go there. It's not to get confused that, oh, is that me making it happen? Am I thinking? No, you're simply just directing and then the spirit follows. Is that clear? Second question. What was my second question? Brother Abid. Brother Abid decided to leave when we were doing the exercise. Okay. Anyone else? But who was your partner? Okay, inshallah. If you 2 can come to the front. MashaAllah. And if you can just introduce yourselves. Okay, mashallah. Perhaps not cut the brother out at the back. Inshallah. Okay, inshallah. So the second one was to identify what? The lataifs. So, brother, what was your name? Adam. So, Adam, can you tell us where the lataifs are? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. I'm looking to the audience. Yes or no? Keep going, mashallah. I think these guys need some energy. Yes, is he right or is he wrong? Yes, mashallah.
Light green floor. Indigo forehead.
White above there, okay, mashallah. Sure, but do you want to go through it now as well? And hopefully this time there'll be some more interaction from the audience. Okay, so if it's yes, then say yes. If it's no, then perhaps say no. But don't be silent. Because then I'll get each of you to come up because I think that you don't know either. Yeah? Okay, good.
So the red is by the groin.
Yep.
Yes. The orange is belly button.
Yes.
The yellow is a bit too loud, I think. So the yellow is the stomach.
Yes. Yes.
And the green is the chest, the heart.
Yes.
The light blue is the throat.
Yes.
The indigo is the forehead.
Yes.
And the white is just top of the head.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah. Jazakallah. And thank you, Uncle Iqbal, for being the energy of the room. Jazakallah to you both. And what was the final question? How do you? And Brother Abdullah, how do you breathe? Or how should you breathe when you're doing the lataifs? So he's correct. So you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. That's how to control your breathing, inshallah. Okay, so what we're going to do now, in the 10 or 8 minutes that I have now, I'm going to go through the slides. So as we said, what's in your control is the thought level, the imagination level, and what's not in your control is the spiritual level. Now, for everyone here, you're here on this retreat because you are seeing and you are tasting. And we're going to look to refine that or to enhance that during the period that you're here. So when you start your lataif, it comes in the second slide, but I'll mention it now. What should you ordinarily read before you're going to do your lataif? What do we normally ask you to read? Yeah, or perform? Salatul Hajat, the prayer of need. Okay, if you're in a time that's makruh to pray that, you make the intention to do it when you have a moment. It will come up in the next slide. The intention should be is the infinite pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we refer to the three keys. And these three keys are what? Allah is with you, Allah is seeing you, Allah is hearing you. Why do we refer to these as the three keys? Because they unlock the heart. And so what are we doing when we're acknowledging that Allah is with you, that Allah is seeing, that Allah is hearing you? Because a heart that is in the remembrance of Allah is a heart which is alive. And a heart that is heedless of Allah is a heart which is dead. So simply by energizing these three keys, remembering that Allah is with you, that He's watching you, and that He's hearing you, you're bringing your heart to life. Yeah? So that's what it is. A heart that's in the remembrance of Allah is a heart which is alive. And as we mentioned, perform the prayer of need. And then we do the amal of protection, which is to recite with the tongue and the heart. This is Surah Fatiha once, Ayatul Kursi once, and then each of the calls, Ikhlas, Falak, Nas, Ikhlaq, Falak, Nas, and Ikhlaq, Falas, Nas. Yeah, in that order. Then you blow in your hands and you rub across your body. This isn't new to anyone, is it? Is it new to anyone here? No, mashallah. You're people that have been practicing daily, inshallah. Okay, then we bring ourselves into three states. And the first state is the state of humbleness, i.e., and you can use an example which is important to you. We have here, i.e., that, oh Allah, I'm not able to worship, love, fear, and remember you as you deserve, nor am I even doing my best. Whatever is relevant to you, that's what you should do. Whatever brings you into that state. And equally, then you go on to the state of gratefulness, and the way to enter the state of gratefulness is to think of a blessing or ni'mah. But again, I will say, do it by thinking of something that's important to you. So for example, I can have the noble, or I could be noble and say, I'm very grateful that I have Iman. It's amazing, ni'mah. But honestly, how much does it mean to me? It might be that the car I have parked outside makes me more grateful to Allah than the fact. Yeah, that's just our reality. So what I'm saying to you is, it's all about the level that you're at. So inshallah, think about or become grateful for what puts you in that state. And then finally have reliance upon Allah. That's the final state. That wherever you are, that we're going to go through all this process, we're going to go to the purification of the dice, but fundamentally, it's all going to be up to Allah. We're having absolute reliance upon Allah. And then we start the starting amals, which is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and that connects us with Allah. Then we do Astaghfar 3 times. Then we do Durood Sharif 3 times, or any Durood, and that connects you with the Prophet ﷺ. And then La Hawla wa la Quwwata illa billah prevents shaitanic interference, and again, it's bringing you or causing you to have reliance upon Allah. And then we start the process, which is familiar to you, of the lataif. The key thing here is just remembering the order of where the lataifs are, which alhamdulillah all of you, or most of you, know, and then just cleansing them. And we'll go through that together now. So as all the brothers who came up said, where the red one is just below the navel, orange one is by the navel, yellow stomach, green by the heart, light blue throat, dark blue indigo forehead, and then the white ladif just above your head. And you start, i.e. the preparation is, you sit into a position that's comfortable, you imagine the name of Allah is above you, it's in white, and the light is coming from the name of Allah, and you see it penetrating your entire body, and you see your entire body being engulfed in that light. And as you're breathing in from your nose, and breathing out through your mouth, you're letting all your worries, your anxieties, any darkness come out. So that's what you do. That's just you preparing. So the light, the white light for the name of Allah is coming in from your head all the way up to your fingertips. See it go through each organ, your head, your mind, your chest, your fingers, all the way down to your toes and feet. And so, as it says here, inhale in through the nose and exhale, and see your worries and stresses all coming out as you breathe out. And you do that for whatever period you do that for, and then we begin the cleansing of the lataifs. Now this is, you breathe in, so first you imagine the name or you see the name of Allah per the colour of that lataif. i.e. when we're doing cleansing the red lataif, you see the name of Allah in red. You're breathing in through your nose. You see the light from the name of Allah coming in through your nose, going down your body and to the red lataif. Then as you're breathing in, you see that lataif being cleansed, being cleaned, and as you breathe out, the dirt, the grime is being pushed out from behind the lataif. Yes? You do that for a few minutes for the red one. You do the same then for the next colour, for the orange. You're breathing in through your nose. You see the light come in from the name of Allah in orange. It goes to your orange lataif. It cleanses it, it cleans it. And as you breathe out, you see the grime, the dirt coming out from behind the latifa. And the same for the yellow in your stomach. It's all coming in through your nose when you're breathing in. And equally for the green. And then for the light blue, again, comes in. Breathe in through your nose, you see it go to your throat, i.e. to the light blue latifa, you see it cleanse, and as you breathe out through your mouth, you see the dirt, the grime being pushed out from behind the latifa. And then when we come on to the next latifa, i.e. the dark blue, as you breathe in, this time the light goes directly from the name of Allah in the dark blue, and it goes straight to the latifa, which is just be around your forehead area. And the same process again. As you breathe out, you see it, all the dirt and dust leaving. And then finally, when you come to the white latifa, as you breathe in, it goes straight to the white latifa above your head. You see it being cleansed. And as you breathe out, you see the dirt, the grime coming out. You do all of that, and you've cleansed your latifas. And then you go with the name of Allah in white. You see light, as it was at the preparation stage, a white light coming into the body. And as you're breathing now, this is why the breathing is really important. As you're breathing in and you're breathing out, your body is becoming what? Lighter. Until your entire body disappears, until the lataif disappear, until what is left? What? Yes. And then what do you do when it's just your breath? You begin to construct your spiritual self, your spiritual being. Doesn't have to be defined, however, whatever is easier for you. And then you take the golden breath. Yes? And then you transfer, and then you think of, or you bring the thought of, the teacher. Absolutely. Now, inshallah, when the Ustad goes through the actual miraj, they'll go through the process again with you quickly. But any questions so far? Now, one thing that we're going to learn also on this retreat, which hasn't been taught on retreats before, is actually some of the what the lataifs are associated with. So more detail around the positive or the negatives around those lataifs. So that's inshallah something to look forward to. And then, as we said, you imagine the teacher and they will be there. Do you have to physically be able to see them? You simply just bring them to your mind, inshallah. And they're also known as your emergency button. Yeah? If anything, if you find something that's not very clear, again, just focus on the teacher and it should all become more clear. Any final questions before we conclude? Anyone not understanding? Yes, Brother Imran. So, in terms of, so the lataifs, as we don't have props with us today, but the lataifs are like pipes in terms of your body. So once you've gone through all the lataifs, you've cleansed them all, and then there's a white light, you've cleansed the final lataif, and then as you're breathing in, and the white light's coming, is covering your entire body again. So it's coming in and out of your body, but this time as you're breathing in from your nose and out from your mouth, you're imagining your body is becoming lighter until your body disappears. and then the lataif disappear until all that is left is, that's it. Yeah? And keep it that simple. Inshallah, if you try not to overcomplicate it, because you'll be stuck in the lataifs and you won't be transferring anywhere. Any other questions? Okay, inshallah. So what I'm going to suggest is, because Asr will start, I think it's 5 to 5. So if, and also one thing I should have mentioned before, so as Shaykh Ahmed Dabagh mentioned, that during this retreat, a real focus is on you making sure you're prepared for each salah, both the sunnah and the fara'id, i.e. to make sure you're doing the spiritual salah. And equally, the same with your wudu, you know, to be in that state, and to be in a state of wudu, and also not to just do your wudu ad hocly, you know, to do it, prepare yourself, you know why you're doing your wudu. So inshallah, I'm going to conclude here. So those who need to, inshallah, do your wudu and then come back here, go through your lataifs, and be ready for the salah. So inshallah, that means, what does that mean? That there will be minimal talking, discourse amongst yourselves, inshallah. So let's just focus on why we're here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka